Today we're going to look at verse 19 of Galatians chapter 5. Today we're going to look at now the works of the flesh are evident, as it reads. And it goes on, verse 20, 21, about what the works of the flesh are. But today I want to speak about what is the flesh. When it speaks about the works of the flesh, this is a very important thing that I believe we need to understand very clearly what it actually means. And so the flesh is, we're not speaking here, and it's not relating to the physical flesh that you pinch and feel and you can see. It's speaking about this unregenerated person or this being before you and I were saved. When we are born again and children of the living God, we go through a process of sanctification and laying some of the old things and ways and habits behind us and learning the new of what God would lead us to do. And this is exactly what the Holy Spirit does in our life. And so where it speaks about the works of the flesh, or of the flesh, it's speaking about and making reference to that there may be unsurrendered parts of our lives, of us, that we have not allowed God yet to touch or to, transform in our lives. And so when we read verse 20 and 21, verse 19, 20, 21, we're going to see then that all of these things that are mentioned are all related to parts of one's life that has not yet been yielded to God. And that's why it says about that if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. And so from verse 19 to verse 21, the works of the flesh, each and every one of them break God's laws or violate God's laws. Now, you might be thinking, why is it then so important that, to God that we don't, break his laws, or, can he cut us a bit of slack and we can have a little bit of our own life and we'll still love God just as much? And, there's a reason for all this we're going to speak about in a couple of days from now. But where it speaks again about the works of the flesh, it's speaking about, the habits that we have, the inner desires of the flesh, things that we may still desire to do but may be struggling with now that we're a Christian, where it's saying here that the Holy Spirit, he's wanting to lead us through that, and yet the flesh wants to keep us in it. And that's why it says in verse 16 that the two are contrary to one another, the flesh and the spirit. There is no agreement with them at all, between them, one little bit. And so as we go on through these following verses in the next few days, we're going to see very clearly that the works of the flesh certainly are not motivated or led by the Spirit of God. And so in all of this, that the Holy Spirit wants to lead us out of the works of the flesh, the practices of the unregenerated parts of us, or parts that we have not yielded to the Lord yet. And the Holy Spirit, for your benefit, for my benefit, wants to get hold of that and prompt us and, give us that inspiration to want to do what is right and begin to grow out of one habit and grow into a lifestyle of walking in the Spirit. And so join me tomorrow. We're going to go a little bit further with all the different works of the flesh that are listed here in the next coming days. Anyway, stay with me on this, because I know it's probably going to be a little bit tiresome for some of us maybe, but it's all good. Anyway, be blessed, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.